And gets biscuits, 100-80 the final score. Adam, Tar Heels dominant on the court. Honor Roy Williams at halftime for his incredible career and what he's meant to Carolina basketball. 82 team, one of the best teams in college, not just Carolina history, college history, with Michael Jordan honored as well. Bubba Cunningham, it's hashtag a good day to be a Tar Heel.
I mean, if you bought a ticket and didn't have fun at the Smith Center, you probably don't need to come back because it can't be any better than that. And we all celebrate in our own way. Jones puts on a blazer. I put on a sweater vest. This is how crazy it gets. But the Tar Heels put it out of reach early with incredible proficiency from the three-point line.
Yeah, the Tar Heels had been struggling to shoot the basketball. The last 4 games, Carolina had gone through the worst shooting percentage in a 4-game stretch since 1956. And you figured that was eventually going to even out, and it evened out in a big way. But I will say, it felt like it wasn't as though Carolina was throwing in crazy shots. The Tar Heels were getting good looks that they were knocking in.
And getting those good looks by pushing the ball down the court, which has been an area where they've struggled a lot lately. Caleb Love talked about how Hubert Davis has been on them to push the ball as soon as you get it. And Carolina created a lot of those looks in transition, 25 fast break points.
I'll speak to Coach Davis. Adam will speak to Caleb Love. We did that right after the game. You'll hear and see those in just a second. Adam, one more note. It felt like defensively, Leaky Black's individual defense against State's terrific player, Darion Sebron, and then Carolina's ability to guard the rim. They had 9 blocks in this game, which was tied a season high. Armando Bacot had 6 of them himself. Those 2 aspects of the defense felt important.
I don't think we often think of Armando Bacot among Carolina's best ever shot blockers, but he's been a presence in there this season, and he was a presence in the middle today that it seemed like from the very beginning, NC State really didn't want to challenge him and didn't want to mess with him. And when they did try, he most often sent it back at him.
Yeah, there was one play where Quavian Smith, who ended up with more than 30 points for State, drove in and Bacot challenged, and he challenged to the point that Smith threw it over the backboard. It was such a strong challenge. And so when you've not just blocked some shots, but also affecting shots that way, you know that you're having a successful day in that regard. Okay, successful day to say the least. We'll talk. I got a chance to talk to Coach Davis. Adam chatted with Caleb Love. You'll see and hear those, and we'll come back, wrap things up here on the Carolina Insider. As I am here with Coach Davis after the 100-80 Tar Heel victory over NC State today in the Smith Center. Coach, obviously an impressive performance from your team, particularly in that first 30 minutes or so. What other than just a lot of shots going in, what did you like about what your team did today?
Well, the thing that I really liked about the team, we talked about this yesterday, and I'm not a big stat guy, but I gave them some stats, and I told them that, when we defend, it puts us in a great position to win. I said when we rebound, it puts us in a great position to win. And when we take care of the basketball, it puts us in a great position to win. And so the theme from yesterday's practice and, in preparation in the locker room before we went out on the floor is the things that we got to do today is we got to defend, we got to rebound, and we got to take care of the basketball. And if we do those 3 things consistently, everything else will take care of itself. And I told them, I said, look, it's interesting that when you do those 3 things, the offense just takes care of itself. We were getting rebounds, we were pushing the ball in transition. And we got, I think, 25 fast break points. We haven't had that all season. We've been saying run. It's our pace. And tonight it was at our pace, and we played extremely well on both ends of the floor.
Coach, another time where a terrific individual player for the opposing team has a tough night with Leaky Black guarding him. Sebron finishes just 1 of 6 from the field, 23 points. He's obviously had a terrific year, but Leaky had a great day against him.
He was great. And Leaky's long, he's athletic, and he's just an excellent individual defender. And he uses his length and his athleticism to make it very difficult for people to score. And he understood, Sebron he's an unbelievable player. He's in running of being ACC Player of the Year. And he really did a really good job of forcing them on the drive, but also contesting those shots and making it difficult to finish around the basket. He made it hard for him to catch the ball. One of the things that I told him, I said, 1 pass away, deny him the ball. I said, you can guard anybody if they don't have the ball. And so I said, don't let them catch the ball. And so he used his length to be able to keep the ball out of his hands and also make him catch it 1 or 2 steps out further. And so just really proud of Leaky, not just today, but this whole year where he has bought in and settled into his role. And it's a vital and important role that has made this team successful.
9 blocks today. That ties a season high for you guys. That felt important, where you were challenging everything at the rim.
It was. We were protecting the paint. The games that we have struggled are the games that we're giving up consistent points in the paint. So one of the things that I liked is when we were driving, Armando was coming from the weak side and challenging and blocking shots. Leaky was doing the same. But our weak side defenders were coming in and boxing out that roll guy. One of the things that NC State does really well is they attack the offensive glass, and I thought we did a really good job of boxing out and limiting them to one shot every possession.
There was a lot of other stuff around this game, and it was all great, but it's only a memorable day if you win the game. How did you try and block out all the other stuff and make sure that your team still performed at this level?
I blocked it all out. One of the things is one of my favorite verses is Proverbs 4:25, and it said, keep your eyes straight ahead, ignore all sideshow distractions. And I just kept reading that because it was good stuff, but there was a lot of stuff going on. And the thing that I wanted to focus on was preparation on this team and us going out there and playing a terrific basketball game. And I was just so proud of them. I was emotional after the game because this time last week they had their heads down. And I told them, I said, get your heads up. I said, I want us to get closer together. I want us to be encouraging. I want us to have a competitive spirit that with enthusiasm to be the team that we can be. And we had 3 straight games at home. We played 3 unbelievable teams, and we played well here. And so in just 1 week, look where we are right now. So I'm just very proud of the perseverance and the way that the guys played this whole week.
Just real quickly, one last thing. It was a day in which Coach Williams was honored here in the Smith Center, a banner now in the rafters for him individually for Coach. Just your thoughts on Coach and what he's meant to you and to Carolina.
Well, he's given me a chance and an opportunity. I've said that before. He was, the assistant coach that really believed that I could play here, and he was the one that convinced Coach Smith to offer me a scholarship. So, everything significant that has happened into my life personally and basketball-wise has happened here. So, he gave me an opportunity, a chance there. And then, 10 years ago, he asked me to be a part of his staff. And for 9 years, I got an opportunity to be one of his assistant coaches under the greatest coach that I've ever been around. And so for 9 years, I had a front row seat to be able to listen and to learn. And that's a position that I love to be in. And being in that position and over the last 9 years doing that has put me in a position where I can try to do this job. And I'm very proud that he was honored today. And I'm very thankful also for the 82 team, that Coach Williams and the 82 team could watch this game. It could see Carolina basketball, and it could bring back memories of them being here. And so it was a good day for Carolina basketball.
Absolutely. Carolina beats State 100-80. Coach, congratulations. Look forward to talking with you soon.
All right. Thank you very much, Jones.
All right, guys. That's Hubert Davis in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner.
Alongside Caleb Love after a biscuit afternoon at the Smith Center. Caleb, just felt like everything went right. What have the last 2 hours been like to be a Tar Heel basketball player?
It was really fun. The atmosphere was great. We love our fans, and we love what they brought to this team and the energy that they brought, and then we just fed off them. And then the whole game, we just was clicking on all cylinders.
You were providing that energy right from the very start. What were you able to do in the first maybe 5-10 minutes that really set the tone for the rest of the day?
I hit 2 big threes, and then I was getting downhill, and then our defense was Our defense was impacting their offense, and so we got out in transition. We had 25 transition points, and that was I think our highest this year, and so we was able to click.
Why was the fast break game clicking more today than the past few games?
Me and RJ was just pushing the ball a lot faster than we have been, and coach was always telling us as soon as we get the ball, just push the pace, and so that's exactly what we did.
Coach Davis mentioned after the game, every time you get 5 or more assists, Carolina wins. Why does that make such a difference to the outcome?
Because I draw so much attention to their defense, so a lot of people key on me, so I can easily find my teammates, and so it's just easy for me to find my teammates. And also when I'm scoring, so I draw more defenders, so I'm always kicking it out to my teammates.
You and Coach Williams have this pregame thing going where you got to give each other 5. You only played 1 year for him, but it seems like y'all have a pretty special relationship. What was it like to be part of his day and be here for that?
It's special. You know, that's not just for show. That's our real relationship that we have, and I love Coach Williams, and I love what he did for me my freshman year. And although we didn't get it done last year, he taught me a lot, and I learned from it and grown from it, and now I'm playing well now.
What did you learn from him last year that you feel like it's helping you be a better player as a sophomore?
Just my decision making and shot selection. I'm still working on it a little bit this year, but yeah, he just taught me a lot about being a point guard and just watching those guys that he coached, Joel Berry and Marcus Page, and what he did for them. It's just crazy that I got to be coached by one of the greatest.
The greatest was also here today, and you said yesterday the big man was going to be here today. Yeah. The big man was here. Yeah. Did you sneak a little glance over there to make sure he got an eye full of everything you were doing?
Yeah, I definitely. I hit my first three. I looked right at him, and I just I'm here. But it was great to see him there on sideline, and I'm just glad that we had a good game in front of him.
Now, when he walked by Leaky in the second half, he either said or did something to Leaky, and then you said something to Leaky too. What was that exchange?
I was trying to dap him up, but Hoots was in the way, so I couldn't get in there. But me and Leaky was trying to dap him up, and but unfortunately, we couldn't get that pleasure to dap him up.
The only thing that went wrong for Caleb Love and the Tar Heels today, Michael Jordan left him hanging. Yeah. Maybe next time. Yeah. Caleb Love after Carolina's 100-80 victory.
Need to say a special shout out to Jackson Watkins. Carolina had 99 points. Everybody was having a great time at the line for 2 free throws. First one a little strong, but he was just fine in the range, Adam. Jackson knocks in the second one to give Carolina biscuits.
Look, Dewey Burke has talked about that before. That biscuits free throw, that is a pressure-packed free throw with 21,000 people screaming at you, and then you miss the first one? Making that second one, you've got to have nerves of steel. So Jackson Watkins, we salute you, sir.
All right, a reminder, schedule different than what you may have seen at the beginning, well, definitely different than what you saw at the beginning of the year. The original schedule had Carolina playing at Louisville on Monday. That game has been moved to Tuesday since the Tar Heels had to reshuffle the deck with that Virginia Tech game. Getting the opportunity to get that one extra day of rest was beneficial, so that was done. Tar Heels play Tuesday night, 8 o'clock at Louisville. That's the next game before then Duke comes to the Smith Center next Saturday. Boy, what a day in Chapel Hill for Carolina. Tar Heels beat NC State 100-80. Honor Coach Williams, honor the 82 team as well. What a fun day. Thanks for being with us here on the Carolina Insider.